I'm Lisa Hartman with American Treasury. Once a father gave his little girl drawing paper instead of candy. 50 years later, she finally found time for art and became a legend, who she was after this.
If you learn more about the customs of the country where you're living, and make sure the impression you're leaving is a good one, you'll make life easier for yourself and everyone who comes after you.
Wallpapering the parlor one day, an elderly widow from a farm town in New York ran out of paper and had to paint a picture to fill the empty space. Pleased with the result, she started painting in earnest. An important art collector discovered her oils in a drugstore, and soon they were hanging in the Museum of Modern Art, bringing fame at the age of 80 to America's self-taught primitive landscape artist, Anna Mary Robertson. Grandma Moses. It's a fact in the Library of Congress. Learn about Grandma Moses in your library.
This is the land that I love from sea to shining sea. And I wanna do my part to keep this country free. I will take my stand with the will of my heart and the strength of my hand to the best of times and the times of need. I'll be here, I will lead. I swear to protect, I swear to defend, and I'll keep the promise day and night without end through the best of times and the times of need. I'll be here, I will lead.
Army Reserve Officers Training Corps. Do it for yourself, your career, your country.
I'll be here, I will lead.
With the first printed cookbook after this.
Space aid travel is one of the big benefits available to you being stationed overseas. So see the rest of the world. Contact your Military Airlift Command terminal and travel Space A.
As Europe emerged from the Middle Ages in the 1400s, the art of cooking grew along with other arts. The first printed cookbook, written in Latin, was published in 1475 by the Librarian of the Vatican. It was based on a 15th century manuscript titled The Art of Cooking. The librarian named his cookbook Respectable Pleasures in the belief that feeding the body is as important as feeding the soul. That cookbook is in the Library of Congress. Learn more about cooking in your library.
Oh, no.
What's wrong?
I must leave.
But why? Where are you going?
My time is up.
Good time management can prevent a great deal of undue stress and disappointment.
But wait.
Those who learn to plan their day can still have a ball.
To make aircraft lighter and stronger, military researchers developed advanced composite materials made with boron and carbon graphite fibers. As it turned out, these composites were not only perfect for fighter aircraft, they were also perfect for high-performance sporting equipment, allowing people to hit harder, go faster, and play better than ever before. Military research. It's doing a world of good.
Awaited the signal. One lantern if the British march from Boston. Two if they cross the river by ship. Two if by sea, the signal came. The rebel American leaders had to be warned. That was Paul Revere's mission. He borrowed a horse and rode west, shouting his warning across the countryside. The British are coming! The British are coming! Reaching Lexington, he alerted John Hancock and Samuel Adams to the danger, then headed for Concord. but he was stopped by a British patrol. Still, his mission had been accomplished. Colonists answered the call, battling the British at Lexington and Concord. A revolution ignited, a legend born, during the midnight ride of Paul Revere.
You might not want to be involved in the war on drugs, but make no mistake, if you're a parent, you've been drafted.
Tracy, you're late for school.
I'm sick.
You can't stay home again today.
I want to go back to California.
A PCS move can be stressful for children. If serious problems continue after a move, your family center may be able to provide counseling and referral services.
Hi, I'm Allison. I'm
For professional counseling assistance, contact your family center.
AFKN salutes the 19th Support Command, Commanding General's Best Dining Facility Program winners. HHC 19th Support Command and HHC 34th Support Group number 2 dining facilities, co-winners in the large category, and the 20th Quartermaster Company dining facility, small category winner. By presidential proclamation, May is designated as Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. Check out activities in your area and help celebrate Asian Pacific American Heritage Month.
MAC flights are a great way to travel. Here's the current MAC flight schedule from Osan Air Base.
A mother playing with her children. Shelley's time with her kids is especially important. Not because she's a single parent, not because her kids are foster children, but because Shelley extends her love and her home to children with AIDS.
Not everybody is willing to be with an HIV-positive child. Not everybody is willing to touch an adult with AIDS, but you can get there.
Shelley feels well prepared for parenthood. She previously fostered 7 children. All were babies born with a drug addiction. Each lived with her for 6 months before being adopted by other families. It's an experience that prepares you for letting go.
How do you deal with the eventuality that there's a possibility that this child might die? How do you deal with not only will the child might die, but might have to live with major medical problems? How are you going to live with that? I ask myself all those questions.
Shelley found answers at the Leak and Watch Children's Home in Yonkers, New York. 3 years ago, it became the first agency in the nation to get children born with AIDS out of hospitals and into loving homes. Phyllis Gurdon spearheaded the program, and it's now a model for the rest of the country.
Being left in a hospital bed is maternal deprivation, no matter how good the caretakers are. Babies know the difference. They say, where's the father-in-law? And quite bluntly, we've waited, we've gone. The hardest thing, I guess, was to find that first family, because there was so much hysteria about AIDS that wasn't justified.
Once foster families were found, Phyllis, along with staff psychologists, social workers, and nurses, helped families adjust to special health precautions and to the fear and prejudices outside the home.
And in certain communities, you also have to be aware of the fact that there are going to be people who, even though you're doing something very special for humanity, you may not see it that way. What if I lose my job? I'll go find another job. What if your landlord doesn't agree that you should have a baby in your home with this medical problem? What are you going to do if you lose your apartment? Well, what would you do if you lost your apartment? With or without a baby? You go find another one.
And everybody talks about what do you give the children to? You give us so much. Shelley relies on emotional support from other foster parents. The group meets regularly to share their joys and their problems.
I think it's important for the children to have a sense of continuity, to the point where I will be able to tell my children, yes, I met your mom, and this is what she said, and this is what she looked like, and this is how you acted when you were with her.
Some foster families stay in touch with a child's biological parents, who are often too ill to take care of them. Many foster parents want to adopt their babies, but there is always the chance an unknown blood relative will surface and reclaim the child.
And if they do have to go back, most likely they are going to go back to the environment where they were going to be fine. And then you're going to give an opportunity to maybe a couple of other children that don't have that.
And all of the parents in this group must face the very real possibility of their child's death.
Fostering an HIV-positive baby who may die. That is the bottom line. But again, I'm only giving one day at a time, too. I may die, too. I'm giving this day. I wake up in the morning, my babies wake up, hi, Mom, hi, baby, and we're off. And I have to pack as much as I can into that day, not only for them, but for me. Because I may not be here tomorrow.
And the hope is that if there's not a cure, the cure that I'm going to give you is a tremendous amount of love. And that is going to cure, and it's been proven.
Some statistics show that children born with AIDS may live longer in a family situation than in a hospital. Where once children had a life expectancy of 2 years, now there are foster kids with AIDS old enough to attend school. But their condition is kept very secret by a New York state law that declares it illegal to identify any person with AIDS. So the littlest victims live with the secret and the stigma.
I'm very open about the disease. I feel that I should be, I have to be, as a mother, because I don't want my children ever to feel like a little dirty secret. If my face is shown, my children will come in contact with that and perhaps live full lives. They may live to be 80, and they may live to be 8, but it will be a full life anyway.
My regular job is maintaining boilers, operating boilers, and repairing boilers on board ships. And I'm presently working at the fuels division. Over here, we take care of fuels in bulk, which is quite different from a ship. You're dealing with big cargo ships. It's not only bunker fuel or ship's fuel, it's for transport to other terminals or other bases. When you receive the fuel on the ship, you know it's good. But the people over here, they make sure it's good. I think my job is important because we're the ones who provide fuel to ships. We're the ones who make ships move.
May is National Physical Fitness and Sports Month. The Department of Defense stresses the importance of a fit military, so get out today and work on that body. Oh, and have fun while you're doing it.
Good morning. The night was filled with violence nationwide as outrage over the Rodney King verdict spread from coast to coast. Though some demonstrations were peaceful, police in Las Vegas, Atlanta, San Francisco, Seattle, and several other cities were forced to confront rioters and looters in an effort to regain control of their streets. In Los Angeles, meanwhile, widespread violence continued, even though an overnight curfew was imposed. Officials are now bracing themselves for what they believe to be the start of a long, hot weekend today, Friday, May the 1st, 1992.
From NBC News, this is Today with Bryant Gumbel and Catherine Currick.
American treasury. The language of science was enriched by a 17th century physicist who named one of the basic building blocks of life for what he saw in a monastery. That story after this.
Stress can affect you and everyone around you. There are ways of dealing with it, so learn more and ease the pressure.
Robert Hooke was the inventor of the spiral watch spring and was the first person to use a pendulum to measure gravity. But his great passion was studying the wonders of nature under a microscope. When Hooke studied the microscopic image of cork, he noted its resemblance to the chambers of a monastery. And so he gave the biological sciences a new word which perfectly described the basic unit of all living organisms, the cell. It's a fact in the Library of Congress. Learn about Robert Hooke in your library.
It's a scientific fact that the success of the sponsorship program is directly related to the amount of effort put into it. The more effort made by the sponsor and the newcomers, the better the result, and the easier the move. Watch.
Say, here's a copy of the high school newspaper with a picture of your new school.
Does it say anything about a basketball team?
His son wants to know if the high school has a basketball team. It says he plays center.
Does it say how tall he is? Let's hope he's got a sky hook.
Well, let's see.
There, when everyone gets involved, a PCS move can go as smoothly as a well-executed skyhook. You see, the success of the sponsorship program is equal to the effort everyone puts into it. It's a scientific fact.
Thought I told you to go to bed.
It's not my bed, huh?
What?
You see, Dad, a parent's solar time is on a uniform time scale. Furthermore, since the direct rays of the sun have already passed over the equator on their way to the Tropic of Cancer, and to allow for the subsequent shortening of the mean solar day, all clocks are set back 1 hour tonight. So you see, it's not a bedtime.
Oh.
Education isn't just for your future.
Okay, check it out. When I was in first grade, I had great respect for my teacher, Mrs. Manigo. She could zip me into my little snowsuit faster than I could say, but I have to go to the bathroom. Today's teachers have even tougher jobs. They have fewer resources and bigger classes. And somehow, they get kids to learn. To all of them, our thanks. And to dear Mrs. Manigo, sorry about the carpet.
From AFKN Moonson, here's a quick look at what's happening in the Western Corridor. Send a videogram home to your family or friends with the help of the Camp House Rec Center. They offer you a chance to record for 30 minutes for a small fee. You must bring your own VHS tape. The ACS Volunteer Corps Camp House offers English as a second language beginning Thursday. Placement tests will be given on Monday, and you must pay for class materials. Stop by building T466 on Camp House for more details. An IG assistance visit is scheduled for Wednesday morning at 9 at Camp Giant. The visit will take place in the conference room of building S144. An IG assistance visit is also scheduled for Wednesday morning at 10:30 at the Camp Pelham Rec Center. Call 730-1921 for more information. That's the Western Corridor Community Calendar. Submit community events to the AFKN station manager in your area.
No, you